This one's a bit of an explanation. I haven't got a microphone plugged in because we're on Hub Notes. I'm not actually set up. I'm driving a Chrysler PT Cruiser, more of which you'll be able to see on the main channel. But there was a bit of a jump in that footage. Oh, hello, there's an emergency vehicle. Let's let that go past. There's a bit of a jump. I introduced this car, and then quite a lot later we got into driving impressions, and the reason is, firstly, I had Martin Knowles, the editor of Car Mechanics magazine, with me, because this is a Car Mechanics project car. It's one of several they've got on the go at the moment. They've always got projects coming in and going out again, and this is one of them. But it's come to visit Hubnote for a bit, and yeah, I just had to drop him somewhere else so we could pick up another project car. So, you know, obviously we're masked up. It didn't really make for a good interview, and I didn't think I could really do those first impressions wearing a mask. It just wouldn't have been right. We were too busy trying to find out where we were going. So I thought, well, once we've dropped the car off, then we can start doing the driving impressions. But now it's snowing, and I can't really linger. I think I have to push on to try and get home as quickly as possible. So that's why I met the PT Cruiser in Dudley, and the further introductions ended up being done a lot later on. I'm being infuriated by the wipers. The wiper arms are the wrong way around. This wiper is going off the top of the windscreen, because that's the passenger wiper arm. So one of the first jobs for me is going to be getting that swapped over. But the exciting news is this car is going to be for sale once I'm done with it. So stay tuned for more information on that. I'll do a proper for sale video once we're actually ready. I've got some improvement works to do on it. I want to make some videos. I'm going to write at least one feature on the car for Car Mechanics magazine. Oh, there we go, the weather's easing off a bit, and that's what we're planning to do. But the weather is causing me some concern. I'm still a good couple of hours from home, at least, I think. What am I? 2 hours 35 from home, and the snow is doing me a frighten. So I'm going to keep pushing on. I'll have to introduce the car properly at a later date. But that's why there was such a jump in the video. But yeah, it's not a bad car at all. Very tractable engine. I'm in 5th gear at the moment, doing 35 miles an hour. So quite a lazy engine, but it will rev. But yeah, very much finding my feet with this car at the moment. And the first time I've driven a PT Cruiser, I've been waiting a long time for this. Driven a Chrysler Neon, which has the same underpinnings when I was in Melbourne. That had the 3-speed automatic gearbox, which was absolutely terrible. It was fine as long as it was perfectly flat. It was absolutely fine then. The problems came when you started getting up into the hills. The gaps between the ratios were just too big, so either it was bogging or it was kicking down and absolutely screaming. So not very desirable. I don't know why they went for a 3-speed gearbox. It wasn't the best decision. But anyway, this has the manual gearbox, so you'll be finding out my thoughts on that in the subsequent road test, which you may well have already seen. But I need to push on for Wales. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable now the snow has stopped, and we'll see how this car does. It's kind of an extended test drive. I love doing extended test drives, because you can drive a car for, you know, an hour and get something of a feel for it, but it's not until you really put some miles on a car that you really learn whether you absolutely love it or not. So we shall keep going. I'm loving the retro touches, first of all, from that classic retro period in the early 2000s. And yeah, I like the styling a lot. I like the driving position a lot. Whether I like the rest of the car, you'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to push on for Wales. It's getting sunny now. This is making me very happy. Well, it really is snowing now. We're in Ryder in Powys. So we're one county away from home. And yeah, this is getting a bit worrying. I don't think I'm going to take the mountain road today. I don't think that would be wise. Well, that does actually mean I can return my jump leads, or a set of jump leads, to my friend Martin, who lent me some when I was on the rover mission. You remember the rover broke down, and he kindly lent me a set of jump leads, and now needs them back because, like me, he's managed to lose his initial set. As it happens, I found my second set and ended up with 2 sets in Myrtle and Matisse today. So I've got both sets with me, so I can definitely afford to give Martin one of his sets back. But yeah, this snow is it's frustrating stuff, snow. It stops you enjoying driving, although sometimes the challenge of getting through it can be exciting, but not if you really need to be somewhere. And I would quite like to be home. I'm meant to be helping with dog walking, because trying to walk the 2 dogs on your own is not fun, apparently. So we will continue with that. In the end, I did get my little piece done on an intro on this car, so that is in the bag, and that video has started coming together. But this feels a bit more hub notey, just talking about my journey home. So here you are, joining me on my journey home. So the mountain road was that way. We're not going that way. We're going to go to the main road, because the roads will be treated, gritted, not necessarily what you want if you like preserving cars, but if you like not crashing off the road, then the salting is all the good. So I'm going to continue pushing on for home, and hoping this snow isn't going to get any worse. Very tempting to ask my friend Martin whether I can borrow some tools and swap the wiper arms over, because that is irritating me hugely. In fact, the wipers are so wrong. Let's see what happens. There we go. I just visited my friend Martin, who owns this gorgeous MGB, and who also lent me the jump leads when the rover broke. And those have now been returned, and we've managed to swap the wipers over. We swapped the arms and the blades over, and now we have a wiper that doesn't go off the windscreen, which I can actually demonstrate to you. Put the ignition on, and look at that. Shut up. So that is a nice pattern, very slight triangle of doom, but I might be able to do something about that. But the wipers are now working much better, no longer going off the top of the windscreen. But yeah, the car is getting dirtier and dirtier, and we've still got some way to go. So while the sun is shining, let's push on. There we go. The windscreen wipers are no longer causing me physical, actual pain. They are working much better. That's the way round they're meant to be. Even if we have still got a bit of triangle of doom going on, very slight. So you've got an enormous wiper on the passenger side. That's quite unusual. Might be actually oversized. I think that might be slightly too big. So might try knocking that down a size perhaps. But we will continue home. And that will be the end of this vlog. So thank you for sticking with me. The story of how I got the PT Cruiser home. I had some very interesting weather along the way. Thankfully all is well now. They seem to have changed the speed limit. They've dropped the speed limit by 10 miles an hour through here. I guess too many accidents. This is the most dangerous road in Wales. Oh, and the most hopeless gear change. Oh, that's second, not fourth. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, so I will continue with my drive. See you in a future video. For now, just enjoy the sights of Wales, really, and Welsh traffic levels at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.